What's poppin', dogs? Mr. Allen here. So we got what type of regression model would be best for each one of these particular scatter plots. It's beautifully colored blue, pink, orange, and green scatter plots. It's gonna be awesome. So our regression models, we could have linear, we could have quadratic, we could have cubic, quartic, quintic, so on and so forth. There's even other ones that you don't even know about yet, right? With like trig functions, all sorts of cool stuff. All sorts of cool stuff. All right, so we're gonna work with those big four, right? Linear, quadratic, cubic, and quartic. We're trying to see which one would work for each. So this first guy right here, as you can see, the data is it's going up here, our points, and then it's coming down and then going back up. This to me looks like a positive cubic function that we'd be dealing with, a cubic regression model. There we go. First one is done. And it looks like it'd be actually a pretty strong correlation coefficient, that R squared value, because these points seem to be pretty tightly packed in that little pattern right there. Next one up, let's go to the one in the pink there. We got ourselves, it looks like kind of a W-ish shape. Yeah, some stragglers and things like that down there. But overall, I'd say probably our best bet for this one is going to be a quartic, all right? Quartic regression model. Perhaps even a quadratic could work here, but because of that little bend up, I'm gonna say a quartic is likely going to be a little bit better and have that R squared value being closer to 1. All right, next one down here in the orange, swap to orange. It's just going basically whoop up and to the right. Yeah. So I think this one's going to be a linear regression model. Now, this one looks a little bit further spaced out than our buddy the cubic up here, right? So my R squared value is likely going to be, you know, smaller and closer to 0 than this one is here, or further away from 1 for this one here, whereas this one's probably going to be pretty close to 1, like a 0.9 something, right? All right, and then this last one down here, the green. All right, the green. So this one looks like they're pretty spaced out, but you can kind of see this like N shape to it, which here would be our quadratic, our old buddy, the quadratic. There we go. So again, probably not a great R value as good as the cubic one here, but probably still pretty decent. All right, there we go. So definitely a multiple choice style question, or even a short answer is saying like, hey, what kind would this be and why did you pick that? And do you think it would have a strong R value or not a very strong R value? How close to that, to 1 do you think that R value would be? These are all questions we could ask, but there we go. Beautiful, fantastic, wonderful America.